A deep squat is not a skill. It's just basic human movement that everyone should be able to do. So follow this routine and notice that it doesn't have to take that long. We're gonna start with a ball. I also have a little towel and a chair and two blocks that you might need. So first, we're gonna gently roll under our feet. We're gonna roll forward and back and gently pressing our feet into the ball. If I have a cork ball, but if you have a tennis ball, that's completely fine. A tennis ball, you can even press a little bit more. But you just want to gently massage the feet. You bring back awareness in the feet. If you use the feet more to the extent of what they are able to do, like feel the floor and use the feet the way they are meant to be used, then you will improve your basic human movements like a deep squat. Also find a few spots that you can gently push, bring some weight into some spots, gently massage, and then you're gonna switch side. You can do this for a minute or two, up to you, and then when you did both sides, we're gonna do some more work on the ankles, because the ankles are very important in a deep squat. Most of the people who are not able to do a deep squat, you see them squatting on their toes because they cannot reach the floor. They don't have the flexibility in their ankles, the mobility in their ankles, to make that chin basically go more forward. So it's really important to work on the ankles. So after using that ball, we're gonna just stand on one leg, we're balancing, we're stabilizing, and on the other leg, we're gonna rotate. Slow rotations. Slow and controlled, really feel those ankles. We do about 8 rotations. And slow and controlled breathing, and also trying to keep the balance at the same time. Then after about 8 rotations, we're gonna reverse the circle. You don't want to do this. You want to do it slowly and controlled. Maybe even use your breath to guide you. So while you go back, you inhale. While you come forward, you exhale. The slower, the better. So when you've done both sides, slowly step your foot back. You shift the weight to your other leg. Bring up your left leg and start slowly rotating. So for the video, I do it even a little bit too fast, but if you have time, please do it as slowly as possible. Keeping that balance, you're not only working on the left leg, the left ankle, you're also working on the right ankle. You're working on balance, on awareness. And then switch side. So the slower you do this, the more effective. So about 8 rotations each side. And then we move on to the next exercise. Next exercise, we're gonna use those ankles. We're gonna come up in this small low lunge. If you need to protect your knee, you can use a towel to put it under the knee. But what we are going to do, we're focused on the front leg. We want to move the ankle. We want to move the knee forward so that the gap between the toes and the chins becomes smaller. Because when we do a squat, we need ankle mobility where this motion happens. So this might look easy. We're moving the knee forward and we are working on ankle mobility. So we're pushing the foot into the floor and we're moving our knee forward while keeping the heel on the floor. Don't let the heel come up. Keep the heel on the floor. So after about 6 times, on the last time you move forward and you hold it here for maybe 20 seconds. And slowly breathe. You might feel it a little bit in the knee and you feel it in the ankle. You have the weight on the bottom of your foot. You feel your feet really pushing down into the floor. And then you come back up and you're going to switch the side. I use the padding for the knee because my mat is very thin. And here I'm going to rock the left knee forward, pushing into my left foot, working on ankle mobility. You can try to, on every rep, go a little bit deeper, and when you go deeper, you do it on an exhalation. And then the last one, you stay here. You hold for about 20 seconds, keeping the foot pressing into the floor, feeling that your knee is working and your ankles are working. You want to have the ankle working a little bit more than the knee, so be aware of that. Try to really feel what this exercise is doing. The more you become aware of what your body is doing and what each exercise does to your body, the more effective the exercises will be. We move on to the next one. For the next one, I keep the same towel. I roll it up a little bit, so it's about 3 centimeters. I place it on the floor. I'm gonna grab my chair. I'm gonna place my heels on the elevation, hip width apart, and I'm just gonna do a supported squat. So I come down, and wherever you are, maybe you are here, maybe this is your limit, maybe now with the support you can go all the way down, and then wherever you arrive, you're gonna hold this for about 45 seconds. So without the chair, you might be rounding your back, you might be collapsing, but with the chair, you have support, you can hold yourself up, and you want to press your heels into the floor. So you don't want to have a squat that is like this. You see a lot of people doing that. You want to have the heels pressing into the floor. And you slowly breathe. And really try to relax into that squat. So I like to count my breath, a 4-second inhale and an 8-second exhalation. So then I know that in about 4 breaths I reached the amount that is what we're aiming for. Then I come out of the pose slowly. I take away my towel. I turn my chair and I will sit down on my chair. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push through my feet, and while I push through my feet, I come up on an inhale and exhale. Slowly and controlled, come down. Inhale, push through the feet, quads, come up, and exhale down. Strengthening those muscles. 6 to 8 repetitions. If you want to make it stronger, you can come up, inhalation, and you go down, but you hover just above the chair. I feel my buttocks are touching the chair, but I'm not sitting down. I'm hovering, and then from that hover, I still keep the engagement, and inhale, I come back up. So that's to make it a bit more challenging. What you can also do, that's why I have these blocks, you can increase intensity. So if you are progressing, then you can increase the intensity by lowering your seat, lowering your chair basically. And from here, inhale, you come up, you press into the feet. Exhale, you come down. Touch the block or hover. Up to you. Go down to one block. And when you are reaching one block, you're coming down. Sorry, coming up. Coming down. This is already almost your deep squat. The only thing is that you need to hover above the block. So instead of sitting on the block, you come to a hover and you come back up. You try to keep your spine straight, so that the more straight your spine is, the better for your deep squat. Instead of coming with a rounded spine, this makes your deep squat much stronger. So then you remove the block. But lastly, we bring back the chair. We keep it as support so that we can lower into our deep squat. And instead of coming up, we just use the support to have a good deep squat with a straight spine. We spend some time focusing on our breathing, calming our nervous system, and teaching our body that this is a natural position, that this should be a position to relax in, just a comfortable position so your body doesn't have to tense any muscles, and slowly you can start building a deep squat that is just a natural human movement and not a skill.